Okay, what we need to do before you start, you need to determine what pattern you'd like to go down the center right here. The ribbon that is attached to the left-hand side of the band as you're looking at it when you're weaving. I'm actually holding this band the way I'm going to be holding it when I'm weaving. Everything to the left is going to be in the middle. Everything to the right will be on the outside. Okay, so when you attach your ribbon, make sure that you have this, you've taken that into consideration. Everything to the left, when you're looking at the band, the way you're going to be weaving it, needs to be, for the center, needs to be to the left. For the outside accent, right here, that needs to be to the right. Okay, now to attach, what I recommend is you take 4 pieces of ribbon about 1 yard in length, bring them together in the center, making an X, and then glue all the pieces together. Before you glue the pieces to the band, I recommend applying the glue to the back side where you're going to be attaching the ribbon. Apply your glue to the band first, and then turn the band towards you. Get the center of the ribbon that you glued together and place that exactly the way you want it, where the pieces are going in the right, where the color is going to fall in the right places when you're weaving. So right here, what I want is I want these 2 pieces, these 2 colors to be on the center, and then I want these 2 colors to be on the outside. Okay? Alrighty, so once you get your band set with your ribbon on it, you're going to start, and I always start with the right. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to bring this one piece down, okay, and then I'm going to grab the other piece and I'm going to bring that down. So now what we have are 2 pieces of ribbon to the left, 2 pieces of ribbon to the right. Now the only rule you need to know in regards to doing this one weaving pattern is when you start on the right, and this is what I recommend, is starting on the right. Okay, so first thing I did is I brought the first right piece down, I started on the right, brought that down, and then I brought the left piece over. Okay? Now I'm going to start right here on the right. The rule is on the right hand side you're going to go front to back. Do not cross the ribbon on the back side right there. Okay, front to back, and then back to front. Hold the ribbon in place with your fingers right there, and then now the pieces are now on the left hand side. Those pieces will stay there until these pieces are woven. Okay, what you're going to do on the left hand side is opposite. You're going to lift up the ribbon on top. You're going to go, instead of from front to back, you're going to go back to front, and then front to back, but you do not want to cross the ribbon on the back side. You need to lift that up and let that ribbon slide up underneath it. Okay, now we're going to go to the right side. We're going to go front to back without crossing the ribbon in the back, and then you're going to go back to front. We're on the left side now. Lift up the ribbon on the top, go back to front, and then front to back without crossing the ribbon on the back side. We're on the right side now. We're going to go front to back without crossing the ribbon on the back, and then back to front. Very easy. This is the same exact pattern you do all the way down the band. We're on the left side. Back to front, and then front to back without crossing the ribbon on the back side. Now we're on the right side. Okay, so if you have managed to get all the way to the end here, which I'm sure you did, this is a very, very, very easy weave. As long as you remembered the rule, right side, you go front to back without crossing the back ribbon, and then back to front, And then when you get to the left side, you go from back to front and then front to back without crossing the ribbon on the back side. So if you continue that pattern all the way down to the end, you should be right here. It should look just like this. You'll see the headband sticking out just a tad there, but we're going to manage to cover that when we finish this off. So what I'm going to do is you're going to turn to the inside where you can see the inside of the band right there. You're going to bring up one of the ribbons. I'm going to just apply a little bit of glue. I'm just going to go ahead and lift up one, just a little dot, just a little bit, rub it in flat, and let that ribbon push those two ribbons together. So what you did is you just bonded those two pieces together. Now the next thing we need to do is apply a little bit of glue to the band, and I always like to rub it flat. So you put a little dot, you put just a little dab there and rub it flat with the tip of your glue gun. And then you're going to bring the ribbon down, both pieces down, and you're going to press it onto the band. And then what you're going to do is cut off this ribbon. You don't need this excess right here. Cut it as close as you can to the band. 1 and 2. Okay, now what we're going to do, we got the two pieces cut off. You're going to want to bring your other ribbon, you're going to bring the other ribbon down over, okay? And then you're going to bring this piece down. And the intention is to cover the cut ribbon right there. And all you're going to do is glue that together. So what I'm going to do is open it back up. I'm going to cut off this little piece right here because I missed a little edge. As you do this a few times, you'll get better with cleaning it up. I usually use a hot wood burning tool to do this, so this is a different method for me. So, okay, after you get your pieces cut and you've determined what you're going to fold up, put a little bit of glue onto the ribbon right there, rub it in, and bring up one piece. And then bring up your other piece. And make sure you're going to bring the other piece up just to look and see exactly how the final look's going to be. Okay, and after you see that, go ahead and apply a little bit of glue. Just a little bit. Get your other piece and bring that up. And hold it down, press, and then check that it's secure. Look at the front. Now, if you use a lighter or whatever anti-fray method that you prefer, if you're going to use a liquid anti-fray solution, what you need to do is apply the solution before you cut. The reason why I say that is because it stiffens the ribbon and gives you a cleaner cut. Usually some people do it after it's cut. It just really depends on how sharp your scissors are. My scissors aren't very sharp, so my ribbon's not very smooth. But when you're using a liquid anti-fray solution, apply it to the area you want to cut, let it dry, cut it. If you use a lighter, all you have to do is cut your pieces and then use your lighter to seal off. Wood burning tools are great to use, but I have another method where you're not doing, the method's completely different. So if you use a wood burning tool, check out my other tutorial on fusing or finishing off with the wood burning tool. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll cut these pieces off, and you'll do your whatever method you use to prevent fraying. If you were to use a liquid anti-fray solution, that would have been applied before you cut, at least with how I do it. If you use a lighter, then after you cut it, then just seal it with a lighter. And there you have it. There's your band. Very cute.